Hey, Bass Geek here, and today I'm going to be showing you some awesome baits I got from Knoxville. I ain't gonna lie, I love going down there, but every time I go down there, it seems like I end up sick the following week. But we've recovered. We're going to talk about what we picked up. We picked up some pretty cool stuff down there, some stuff that I can't wait to fish this season. And I've got to say thanks to J Bros and Brazalo. They had a booth down there together. That's where I hung out. That's where I stayed. So thanks for letting me come down there, work with you guys, stay with you guys. Two very good companies. Again, we talked about their products on this channel for years. Now, I will say thanks to everybody that came by, man. Saturday was crazy. Thank all you geeks that watch and support for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed getting to see yourself on the last video. There was a lot more than that. Some of you, I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't ask. I should have asked. If you wanted to be on the channel, hopefully next year, just remind me. You know, if you want to be on, please remind me. Sometimes I get into talking to you geeks and I just forget about it because I love hanging out with you and talking fishing. Others, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Now, I know we were there Thursday through Saturday. We weren't able to make it on Sunday. So if I missed you, either the days that I was there or on Sunday, I'm sorry. Make sure you look us up because I love getting to talk to you guys. And I know sometimes the line got a little bit long there. Please come back. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. I want to hang out with you. All right, enough about that. Let's jump in and start talking about what we picked up at the Knoxville Expo. All right, so the first thing I picked up was a few rods. Now, I went by the Fitzgerald booth and I picked up some of the Versa series. So I picked up a couple. This is a spinning rod. I want to show you this first. Now, I know this isn't going to show up real good, but we'll talk more about these as we get them lined up. This is the Versa series. Good series, budget friendly. It's got, I don't know if you can see this, and I can't really get it to you, but anyway, got the microwave guides on it. I've had a couple of these. I've got one that I've used to this day for a jerkbait rod that I love, so I figured I'd pick up a spinning rod, and then I went ahead and picked up one of, you know, my favorite jerkbait rods, because the other one I got is getting a little old, so I wanted to make sure I had a little bit of a backup. These things cast a mile. They're great. This is a 7-foot medium. It's an 1/8 ounce to a 1/2 ounce, fast action, great little rod. Now they make them in a shorter version. If you guys like, say, a 610. Sorry, I didn't tell you about what this was. This is a 7.2 medium heavy, but it's a little bit softer than most what I consider a medium heavy rod. So, and it also, it'll even tell you an 1/8 ounce to a 1/2 ounce right there. So this rod I could use for a lot of different things. I've never tried their spinning rods out, so I've picked up a couple of those. What I like about this is Cinco's, Texas rigs, tubes, topwater, rattle traps. So maybe some small rattle traps on this. I don't know that I'd throw some big lipless or traps on this. Of course, I prefer a casting reel for that. This would be good for some, well, pretty much everything else they listed in my opinion. Good looking rod. And again, the microwaves do actually cast pretty well. Now, I'm a little particular about the knot I use when I'm using them. So, but anyway, really good rods. I've been a Fitzgerald fan for a long time. And here's 2 reasons why I've been a big Fitzgerald fan. So number one, a guy who I've met a few times and sort of started to get to know a little bit, and that's Mr. Brian Thrift. And I want to show you this. I'm going to test this one out. But if anybody knows how to build a cranking rod, it ought to be Mr. Brian Thrift. So this is one of his cranking rods. This is a 7.4, 1/8 to 1/2 ounce. So this would be good for, you know, let's say anything from square bills to light crankbaits. You're going to be able to do a lot. This is going to be a very good kind of go-to cranking rod. It's a beautifully built rod. Like I said, I'm trying not to break the tip of this thing and still show you guys kind of some up-close shots. Let me Let me try to show you. I can't even show you the logo, I don't think. Thrifty, it's upside down, I know, guys, but I think it's the best I may be able to get it to you right there. Good looking rod. Love the reel seat. I can tell you already, it's very comfortable. Good heavy duty reel seat. Good looking rod, man. Like the color, the black and silver. Keep it simple. Good looking rod. So I can't wait to get to work on this. But again, this is 7.4 medium. I believe it's a fast action. Maybe a mod. But again, good looking rod. And if anybody can build a crank rod, it's got to be Brian Thrift. So I'm a big fan of him. Red Crest champion. If you guys don't know who Brian Thrift is, I believe he's out of North or South Carolina. I believe it's North Carolina. I'm not sure. Geeks correct me on that. Now here's one that they had new release. This is a JDM, and I'm going to read this to you. This is the Stunner. This is a JDM rod. So this is, if you don't know what JDM stands for, it's Japanese Domestic Market. This is an incredible looking rod. High-end components throughout, high-end built. Love the way they bring the handle out, the blank into the handle right there. Very smooth. This is a spinning rod. Now, I don't know what these, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what these retail for. Got a pretty good deal at the show on them, but they're definitely not a budget. These are high-end, top quality, top-notch components, and love that butt. Love the way this rod is made. Beautiful rod, top-notch, you know, like I said, components. JDM market style component. But I cannot wait to get this. Now, this is a 7.3 medium heavy also. So we're going to put this to work. And this will handle up to 3/4 ounces. And this is going to be a little bit more. We're going to use this a little bit more for my heavier, my bigger, sort of my 5-inch heavier head, 6-inch heavier head, fish rollers, that sort of stuff that we're going to use a lot of this year. Those 5 and 6-inch Sakamata shad and a few other baits that we ain't talking about just yet. But this will be great for that sort of stuff. Good rod, light as a feather, pretty incredible. Can't wait to get this out on the water and put it through its paces. So let's talk about sort of the terminal tackle fishing accessory sort of things that I picked up. Number one, and a big shout out to my buddy Harold, he gave me a few of these. These are the Carolina Keepers. Now, if you've never seen these, you should really check them out. They are little clear, some of them come in red, little, I don't know what to call them, keepers, I guess, Carolina Keepers, duh, that you slide up your line. And it allows you to, you know, keep that knot up there without anything moving around. You put your bead up there, put your sinker up there, and now you got a little bit of sound. Makes it easy, fast, and adjustable. So got me a few packs of those. I'd had some in the past, and I basically run out of them. So went ahead and picked up a whole bunch of those Carolina Keepers. So good little product right there. Works very well. Next up, Harold, my good buddy Harold, hooked me up with one of these, the G-Socks. Now this is something that I'm pretty interested in because of this tube. This tube is going to be really interesting for like jerk baits, crank baits. So I'm interested in using this. Don't know exactly like how this thing's going to fit on. I've seen them before, but this would be the absolute first time I've ever used the G-Sock. You can see, is you know, it's kind of a clear, not really hard, but harder plastic tube, you know, rod sock there. So definitely the length is going to have to be just right to be able to use these. So pretty interesting. We'll give this one a good try. Okay, so again, you guys know I picked up a couple of these from my boys at Big Daddy's Baits. Now, I don't even know what sizes these are, but they are pretty dang big. We'll just say that. Big, heavy. I know they use them for striper a lot, like hybrids a lot, but I've got, believe it or not, a little bit of a smallmouth trick that I'm going to use with them. So, again, pretty big, pretty heavy. We'll see if it works. I don't know. You know, they get deep. It's almost past season for that, so we'll kind of see. So out of the Brazalo booth, they were carrying these. Now, apparently another company makes them, and I don't know who it is, but again, I will put links in the description. They sell them on the Brazalo website, so I'll put links to that on their website. But I get a lot of questions because I love to throw an A-rig, and I love to throw an A-rig right now well into the spawn. And I get a lot of questions from you geeks asking about what's a good bank A-rig. Well, this head is not weighted. It's some sort of clear, you know, maybe epoxy or something. But basically, it's very light. So the blades are going to keep it up high when you put some lightweights, some swim baits back here. It's going to keep it up even higher in the water column. So this would be great for you geeks who want to throw an A-rig shallow or even from the bank. So I don't know if you geeks had seen, and in my area, there's 2-3 guys that's been making them for years, but they're pocket knockers. That's what we call them, pocket knockers. But this is from a new company. It's kind of the same design, very easy to put on your line, does the same exact thing. I've got a short out there you can go check out, not on this one. We're going to test this one, we're going to put it out there. Picked up 3 of these, I cannot wait to try them. Looks very easy, very simple, the same sort of way. But these are pretty neat. These are called the Money Saver. We're definitely going to do a little short on these, show you how to use them. Don't lose your lures. You ain't got to deal with those big, giant, clumsy things. These are great. So I didn't pick up a lot of jigs or a lot of spinner baits, that sort of stuff. Really, we're going to jump into kind of hard baits next, and then we'll follow up with soft plastics. But I did get to meet one of my good buddies, Saber Outdoors. Love that dude. He's a good dude. Got his own channel, Saber Outdoors. And at the expos, he was doing a little giveaway thing. So he had a little bag full of baits. I thought that was really cool. Come up to me, asked me if I wanted to be involved. Of course, I was like, hey man, go, you know, let some other people win. So he was even giving away a reel, which was pretty cool. I turned that down and decided I'd just pick up a jig. But this jig, I am excited. He says they're local to him, but it's from Poor Boys Jigs. And I'll take it out. So I won this, and I will say thanks, Saber. Good looking little ball head jig. Like that color. Green pumpkin, a little bit of red. So we'll definitely put that in the box and give that a whirl here in probably just a few days. Green pumpkin, orange, red head. Good deal. 5/16. All right, thank you, Saber. Appreciate it. Y'all go check him out. He's just a good dude. Now, you geeks know every time I go to Knoxville, it's time to stock up on my good buddy Razor's hand-painted baits. And here's a couple that we picked up. These are, I don't remember the exact size. These are the Fritz sides, but they're not quite the deepest of their divers. But I love this color. And I don't know if it's going to show up, but there's just a little bit of purple. Yeah, I don't think it's going to show up. It's going right down through here. Let's see if I can get it closer. Maybe right there, maybe right in there. Anyway, good looking bait, good looking color. One of my favorite colors to throw in a crankbait. I might put just a little bit of red right there. Get it kind of that Tennessee shad sort of color. kind of what it reminds me of. But a great looking color right there. Like these, picked up 2 of them. Because I guarantee I'll lose the first one. It'll never fails. Also from Razor, now I've got a bunch of my favorite color in these to throw from him. But I needed a good red. The ones I've got are a little more kind of spring crawl, kind of real, orange. But I needed a good red. And I'll tell you, Razor does such a good job painting these baits, and I'm trying to get them. Such a great job, and that is exactly what I wanted. Little orange belly to that dark side, so as it's coming through, you're really getting just that little bit of picking through those rocks. You're getting that little bit of flash, but great looking color. Got a little bit of glitter in it, but again, good looking bait. Now next up, and this is a Spro Rock Crawler 55, by the way, if you geeks didn't know. This is more like a Phantom Crawl. Good looking color here. Got a little touch of a red to it too. A little more transparent, like that kind of reddish back, and how it transitions into like a red brown to an orange translucent belly. Good looking job right there. Good looking job. Razor baits. Big fan of my guy. Big fan. So, one of the things that I didn't pick up from my boy Nasty was his deep divers. And I could not wait to get back to him. Now, you geeks, man, y'all lit him up. So you're killing me out there in Knoxville. You're probably going to be fishing in my same waters with these things. But I'm telling you, the deeper divers, I was super stoked to be able to pick some of these up from him. And I'll try and pop these out so that I can show you. So the thing about these baits, I love this one. I think this will probably be my go-to. Gosh, it's so heavy. I'd say these things will cast a mile. But what I love about these things, and there's a lot of applications with them without forward-facing sonar, but they're going to dive and they're a sinker, and they stand on their bill on the bottom. So bedding bass, and he makes a lot of different sizes. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go see the Raleigh unboxing, where I unboxed several of the different sizes and even the jerk baits. And man, do I got some plans for those this year. So they'll stand on the bottom just like that, and they'll pop up. They're still just buoyant enough to be able to not get hung up real well. And if you keep your rod tip up, they'll come up and they'll dive. But you got to fish them a little bit different. You're not going to fish them like a crankbait. To me, these are very specific target baits. So I don't know that I'm cranking them down and just burning them like a traditional crankbait. This is something that I'm going to target very specific rock or structure, or work down that sort of stuff. This is a Texas sunfish color. This is called the Respect. And that right there, to me, is the key to these things. These sort of baits that I think they're going to shine when you're using your forward-facing sonar. I think these are very targeted baits. You can throw right to the bass and keep in their face for a long time. Those ones that are on the bottom. And, give those jerks, give those reactions that those bass have never seen before. And like I said, this is Texas sunfish. So a great, very natural color right there. Good little subtle looking body bait too. This is the sort of stuff that I was talking about, in a previous video. I think the video that we did, the Richmond unboxing, maybe the Raleigh, I don't remember. But, this is the sort of stuff that I'm talking about. We want to see innovation from companies. And everybody wants to throw a minnow. But what about something that's not a minnow? What about a crankbait? How can we sell, got a lot of hard bait companies that are complaining about their sales dropping because of the rush on soft plastics. Somebody went out and did something about it. They didn't whine. Sorry. True. But here it is. So again, another good color here. These are slow sinking, 0.71 ounces. I don't know what that would be exactly. This is shimmering shad. This one is citrus brown. Like that little bit of green right there. Good looking color, good brown back. This one's going to play hard for me, I feel like. This is trout. So something that I'm very interested in, this is a 9-inch swim bait, I think, from Clutch. This is pretty cool. It's adjustable. Got, you can pull the pin here. You've got a couple of ports here so you can adjust how quickly it sinks. It's definitely what I call a chop or a cover glide. So the tail is it's going to be a very tight sort of glide. They had this in bone, kind of one of my go-to colors as far as when it comes to a bait. It's got a good thin body, really like it, feels solid, very solid up front. Got a little different line tie on it up front, so I can't wait to get out and test that out. But a good looking bait right there. Good looking bait. You can see, I don't know if I can get see the little 2 holes right in there and right there on the body, so you can actually add some weight to get this down. And that's a big key for me, being able to get this down a little quicker. But good looking bait, like how it's made, feels really durable, and yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about this company, so I cannot wait to get out there and give them a try. Now, if you geeks remember, we went by a booth. Now, they've got a big TikTok following. They do a lot of their stuff online, so make sure you go check them out on TikTok. This is Swamp Pro. So we picked up some of the bigger versions of these last year. Well, actually, these. We'll talk about those in just a minute. And these are a really nice little swim bait. I like these because they've got a little tighter wiggle, but they've got a nice hollow belly. So not a body, but just a hollow belly. They're nice flat shad profile, good tight wiggle, but good looking little bait, no doubt about it. Good looking little bait right there. And so this is actually some of their 3.3s. So it's a girthy little swim bait. But it's nice and thin and got a very subtle action, which is something that I'm really big on in the clear lakes that I fish in the summertime. I love this. This color right here is bluegill. You guys know how I like my gill. These baits are called the Clinch. Let's see if I can get that up there. 3.3. Another really good color right here. This is Natural Shiner. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with this bait this year. I know just where this one's going to be used. That little 3.3 and that Natural Shiner is gonna get killed. Oh, but wait, there's something a little bit better coming. Check this out. Now, I've been talking about micro swim baits. This has got to be on that list. This is their Clinch in the 2.3. This is called Pumpkin Perch. I'm telling you, geeks, it's gonna be bad for some bass this year. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Quamulus. I know it's probably all backwards to you all, but anyway, 2.3, another great looking little color. I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be so, there's almost always a shad kill during the spring on South Holston. They're almost always about this size right here. And they're about that color too. Here we go, summertime. Summertime. And that is the natural shad in the 2.3. There right there. Swamp Pros, I'm probably gonna be calling you. I'm gonna take this pack out and test it, but I'll probably be having you send me some more of these, because I know a lake where that's gonna get eat. Okay, so I'm not gonna take out all of these. I'm gonna run through and show you. This is Pegasus. This is Blue Bone Pearl. There is a little bit of blue essence in that. And this is Smoke Purple. Another good color for those smallmouth. Be coming real soon for them. Again, all in the clinch. Now, they were really talking about this bait, and a lot of people had already bought up some of the colors that I wanted. But I think these two colors will work out pretty nice. Now, pretty sure I picked up some of the bigger sizes, so you can see I don't want to pull them apart because there's so many different things you can do with the tail. But I think that's going to be deadly this year. Got a couple little fins there. Probably going to give it a little bit of body roll to it, but great tail. You can adjust the action of the tail, and I've got a head for sure that I think is going to destroy with this little bait. Good, a little wider body bait. That's why I think we're going to get some good body roll out of it. So maybe calling them up. Tell you what, if they make this in that natural shiner or natural shad color, old Dad got to pick some of them up. Now that is called the Power Glide. And that is a 4.25, good size right there. This is Mud Shad. Got some scent to it. So we met these kids, man. They were pretty awesome down there. Got a couple of pictures with them. This is really cool. This is called the Echo Shad. Had to pick up some of these. This color is Smolt, 3.5 inch, Three Brothers baits. And it literally is Three Brothers. But this is Smolt. Good green back. A little bit of a silver. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little more translucent than it looks on camera. Okay, this one doesn't have a color, but again, I will link everything in the description. Kind of a pro blue, maybe a touch of red in there. It's kind of what it looks like. See that red on the bottom half. Good looking color right there. Good guys, good kids, and I'm telling you, they make some cool stuff. I'll show you what I'm really excited about as far as theirs go. Now this is a color I'm pretty excited about. In the, what do they call this? The Echo Shad. Look at this. Clear water. Oh, ow. Yeah. Oh, it makes me just giddy. Just happy deep inside. I know this thing's gonna get eat this summer. Oh, dude, out there chasing them schools in the middle of them deep, clear reservoirs. Money, honey. All right, so let me see. This is called the Drift Shad. Now, some of these have tags on them. Some of them I don't know what the colors are. But again, this is a great little bait. I mean, super soft. Got a little bit, I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a little bit of a ridge around that tail. So the tail's gonna have a little bit of action when you swim it. But this thing is dang amazing. Check it out. Good thin shad profile bait. I'm trying to keep her still, but again, don't know what color that one is, but cannot wait to put that one to work. Now this is the same thing, Three Brothers Baits, of course. Check this out. Clear little bait. And last but not least, this little color right here. A little less translucent. Be real good on those cloudy days. Just a little bit of cloud. Or maybe when they're a little bit deeper. Now, my buddy Thomas told me that I need to be using the old dice. I don't want to give nothing away because I don't know if he's actually told anybody, but he's had a little bit of success on them. So, Three Brothers make their own. So apparently these sink, but the hairs are like the ultra stretchy material, so they're going to float up. But these are their own version of hairy dice, and they're called loaded dice. So, you know, I'm going to try some of these. I've got some ideas to do with them, even out there for those suspended bass. It's going to be interesting. But this is the green pumpkin. A little bit smaller, a little more finesse style. There's the boys. You can see kind of. But these are the green pumpkins. These are the smoke blue. These are the albino. And these are the ice. So yeah, I really got some, we're just interested in using those, whether it be on a drop shot or whatever. Now, something else that I've got that I want to show you, and that is from Nico. These are the, I think, squid. These are the 3.5 inch. These are, I think these are called squid anyway. But check this out. Got some of these. And what's cool about these is you can actually put a bullet weight right up here. I got a rig I'm going to play with this year just for these. I cannot wait to give it a try. And here's another a little more translucent, kind of got a little bit of a pink look to it. So I did go a little bit hairy thing crazy because I want to play with that a little bit, and that didn't sound good at all. But anyway, I want to give, you know, some pretty interesting baits some tries. And Spro's got a couple that we picked up. Now we just picked these up, you know, from, I can't remember, I'll try and look it up what company this was. I think they give me maybe a sticker or something. So again, I'll put links in the bottom. They were a tackle shop, so sorry guys if I forget you. But these are the Spro. These are pintail minnows 3.75. This is Phantom Green. Got a couple in that Phantom Green. Now these are some pretty interesting little baits. These are nasty shad. These are pintail 5-inch sticks. So they're really heavy. I can tell you that right now. Like, I mean, these things are heavy. So they're a solid, pretty solid bait. Going to be interesting. It says ultimate quivering action. This is cinnamon mint. I think maybe they give me these for free for buying this stuff over here I'm about to show you. Maybe. I don't remember. But anyway, nasty shad from Spro. So we're gonna give those a little bit of a shot and see what happens. Now, so I figured hairy dice, hairy balls, I guess. I'm not even gonna try and say this. It is C-O-I-K-E, Coic. I don't know. Anyway, you can see that right there. But these are hairy balls. So we're going to figure out, number one, how to use them, and number two, if they catch bass. So Don't know a whole lot about them. They had some really big ones there though, and this was kind of the mid-size version. But I'll do a little bit of research. That is I'm gonna call this like a watermelon, but it may be a green pumpkin. Kind of looks watermelon-y to me, but I don't know. Anyway, figured I'd pick up 2 of these because they were definitely not cheap. 16 bucks a pop, 17 bucks a pop. I think I got them for a little bit cheaper at the show, but this is a little more clear version. So we're going to try those. These, I'm a little more excited about these. These are from the same company. These are called shrimp, and I can't open them. I'm just not going to open them because I got to tear the whole bag and everything. But I'll kind of move them over. But those are going to be really interesting. Those might actually fit on a Ned head. So a little bit, they are, I can't tell how long they are, but they're about that right size. So something really hairy on a Ned with a nice little tail to them. Again, the shrimp, this is the medium size. They did have some smaller ones, but again, I figured I'd go with the medium. And then might even use these just on a really light line, or even a hover rig, and just as light as you can get, and just let it drop real slow, and just be able to move it really slowly in the water right there. Again, don't know what the color is, but again, medium from this company. So that should be fun. All right, geeks, let's see who won these 3 variety packs, courtesy of Deep Creek Lures. Listen, they donated them at the show, surprised me. I'm happy they did. That's awesome that they're going to give this stuff away to you all, and can't wait to see who's won. So let's go out here, and let's pick who has won. Let's fetch it. Anything goes. Basically, all that means, we won't put a keyword filter. We don't know what the keyword is. If you didn't put in hashtag Deep Creek, then we can't give it to you. You guys not heard the rules. So, all right, we are not going to allow duplicates, so that's off, and include replies. So let's see how many of you guys entered this thing. All right, 71 comments. Let's pick a winner. All right, Chad Holmes, Deep Creek Dynamite. How's it going, Chad? Listen, I'll leave a comment and just reach out to me via any of the social medias, or my email address is bassgeek.biteme@gmail.com. I'll leave that in the comment for you. Thank you very much. You guys, as always, you rock. All right, geeks, that is it. That is everything we got from Knoxville. Again, I want to say thank you to every single one of you bass geeks that stopped down there. I appreciate the heck out of it. Some of you wearing Bass Geek apparel. If you really want to help the channel, pretty please go out to that link down there in the bottom, or just go to bassgeekfishing.com and go to the gear tab and pick up a hat, a shirt. We got some awesome beanies. We got some awesome hats. We've got the new Catch More Fish shirt and hoodie. So just go check out that stuff. That really, it goes straight into us putting gas into the boat and everything. Did get to talk to Camus when I was down there, and there was some interesting conversations we were having. So I don't know what's going to go on there. Maybe nothing, maybe something. Who knows? But, really met some good businesses and really met a lot of great people that support the channel. Thank you very much. And again, if I missed or didn't get to talk to either one of you, or if you all just were too busy, I know you're there not just to see me, but to find some really cool stuff. I apologize. I, of course, always want to to spend every second with you geeks. All right. So if you want to check out some of those other nasty baits, make sure you go check out this video right here. Otherwise, questions, comments in the comment section below. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell so you get the notifications. Be part of the 100% Watch Squad. It's fishing season, guys. Expos are over for me. We are getting on the water. You geek trawling.